And I know there's some cast and some crew. Everyone's going to be outside in the lobby afterwards, but as you can see, this could potentially be a long Q&A. Please put your hands up if you have questions, because we'd rather answer your questions than mine. Don't ask what the budget was, what they shot it on, how many days they had, or where the idea came from. Anything else? Sorry, wait, is there, no? Oh, yes, no, that's just a high five. No, that's Zoran. I forgot to bring you a mocha, Zoran. Anything? All right, well then, let's start. Okay, Axel. Can you talk a little bit about, obviously, wrangling all of these people and doing something like this has its challenges. But this kind of went, at least from the outside, very, very well. Can you talk a little bit about how you chose everybody and how you assembled this team?
Okay. What exactly do you want to know how hard it is to get all those people in one line?
How do you assemble the team? How do you assemble the team? How do you take everyone?
Well, it's just a question of, obviously the idea was to work all together with my friends and gather everybody in. It's just a group of people that hangs out together all the time in any case. So I kind of, yeah, there was a party. So before that I mentioned it to Neil. And then the next day I mentioned it to Mike on the way to Monsterpalooza. And then the day after that there was a party. There was Erin's birthday and I mentioned it to you and to Andrew and to you maybe? I can't remember. But anyway, and everybody was pretty excited, and so we thought, okay, let's start calling other people. So pretty much everybody was like a no-brainer, and like, okay, we have to bring those people, otherwise they'll be very mad at me.
To Andrew and John, you guys are the only ones who co-directed the segment. How did that go?
It was really fun. What do you want to say?
It was absolute chaos because we had 2 days to start with empty lawns and build up massive Halloween displays, which gives me a new appreciation for the home haunter because it's really, really difficult in 2 days to build all that shit up.
Insanely difficult, but it was just ridiculous fun, and having the insane 60 people crowd scene descending upon us was so much fun. Thank you so much for vomiting because that worked out really well for us. Yeah, it was just we just had a ridiculous amount of fun and insane. A lot of planning, a lot of very strategic planning and rolling. That's all I can say.
Okay, yes, right there.
First, that was really awesome, but do you guys think you might do another one? Maybe next year?
We're going to do 5 more, easily.
That was cool.
I think Axel's already written most of them for the next 4. Yeah, at least mine. She wrote 3 for me, which is that, look, as I think I posted on Facebook, well, there will be anyway, if I have anything to say about it. But no, I mean, as I said, somebody on Facebook messaged me and said, are there going to be sequels? And I said, well, we all ended up as friends after this one. I can't say we'd be friends after number 3. I think Mike might have said that first. I might have ripped that off from him. Can I? Okay, mine was supposed to be a lot edgier, but they told me I was breaking the law, so. I got panicky calls from Patrick there saying that I was violating federal law, and there's something about children and sex toys not allowed to be in the same place. So we changed it. Okay, I can't talk anymore.
How many people just want to see Garrett keep going? Well, this is the first Q&A I've ever seen you do where you didn't start off by saying bad things about your own segment or your own film. Seriously, you should see him at Fright Fest. The crowd goes nuts and he gets up and goes, I don't know why you like that. One way for there to be sequels is by supporting this. This movie comes out Friday. This Friday it'll be in select theaters and on VOD. So, this is a brilliant makers in this room, you guys know how hard it's gotten to get anything done, to get anything made, especially to get anything financed with a decent budget, because now the trend is watching kids play fucking video games on YouTube, I guess. I know I sound old, but what the fuck? Sorry, there was a hand up over there. Yes. Jacob Davidson.
Since you guys are all such fans of Halloween, and I love the movie, by the way, do you guys have any personal Halloween traditions that you do every year?
The question is, since everyone's a fan of Halloween, does anyone have any personal Halloween traditions that they do every year? Like son of you?
A couple things. My favorite thing, or one of my favorite Halloweens was I attended the wedding of two of our directors, Axel Carroll and Neil Marshall, in Scotland. That was awesome. Pretty sure where I went. But I grew up in South Pasadena where they shot the original Halloween, so every year I would go to the Myers house, and because I was just a horror geek, I would like kind of recreate the opening and start at the window and go around until the police would show up and sort me out. So that's my tradition. That's what I got.
Traditions?
We have a tradition of trashing Adam Garrison's house too. We did last year, pretty much. And then last year we filmed in Adam's house, and then the week later we had the party, and then a week later we filmed in the house, and all the decorations are still there, and it's as if like we were at the party again. It's kind of weird.
I didn't take them down.
I have a less violent tradition of, I'm actually super into Halloween for the spiritual reasons of it, and so I usually have a dinner party where guests bring pictures of their deceased loved ones, and we set places at the table and everybody tells stories about them and stuff. It's just a family thing. Because right now there's like 90 people in here like, why the fuck haven't I been invited? Next question. Sorry, was there in the middle? Was that a hand? I can't tell if you guys are just high five. It's like, fuck yeah, man, that movie's fucking great. Yes.
All right, so I saw everybody included kids. Was that difficult working with children?
Was it difficult working with children? Let's have Bousman start with that because you had some kids.
Yes. No, I think it's more the parents are there because the parents are always there, and I have a mouth like a sailor, and so yeah. I think
you
do. Yes, no way. Maybe not a kid's story, but a fun story about filming. I had just gotten back from doing another project, and my wife at the time was 9 months pregnant, or 8.5 months pregnant, and we might have almost had a kid on filming. So I literally, when I did this, I said, yeah, I can't wait, I'd love to do it, but it has to be on my street. I can't leave my street. Because literally, she was going to pop at any time. And luckily, it was like a couple days after we started filming, or we finished filming. But no, there's no really weird things with ours, just the stage moms. We had an awesome one, so no. Girish had the most kids in it. So I just want you to talk more. So
Girish made the smart choice as a director of casting a Tiffany Shepard's child.
And the Melissa Rose child, and the Dan Miller child, and the John Tyler child, and yeah, that way you can like keep them overtime and violate federal labor laws. And the producer, no, I didn't do that. Come on, jeez. Can't somebody make a dark joke? No, I didn't do anything, and we did. They were wonderful. They were all great. They were great. I mean, I did fun. I'm not good with children. Okay.
One more question right here.
Two-part question.
Oh, it's a two-part question. It's that guy.
First one.
This is for everyone? Sorry.
The first one is a couple of you guys had, like Axel had stories that, like, legends that your characters had, or Sweet Tooth had one. How many of those were actual things that you heard as a child, or just made up for the film?
So the first question is, were any of the mythologies used actual things you heard as a child or made up for the film? So remember that one. And the second one is,
why wasn't Theron's a musical?
Why wasn't Theron's a musical? Hey, but I have a question for you. You're wearing a Tales of Halloween shirt. Have you already seen the movie?
No.
So what if it sucked? It's what? It was free. So let's start with Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth should be a fucking feature. Am I right?
All made up. Not a real legend, but it was all designed to feel like something that you may have heard, as you were a kid, or something that you would tell. And I absolutely encourage you to tell young kids that story. Totally fuck them up, steal their candy, eat it all, because Sweet Tooth's not real. Just eat their candy. It's all good.
Even better, have Adam Garrett tell them. He's so going to touch them. Anything else your mythologies? Actually, a ghost story made up for the movie?
Mine came from something that I read online that apparently in some areas in America, there's this legend that if, on Halloween night, if you hear footsteps behind you, you should not turn around, whatever happens. But it doesn't tell you what happens if you do. So that was all made up, and yeah, the whole Mary Mary thing was kind of added on. But there's a little bit of truth to it. I know.
Gary, why was yours not a musical?
Well, it fucking was, and they put me in this, and I could do whatever I wanted, and they weren't going to re-edit or whatever. And I had like a 97-song dance scene, and I get it back from like an actor, like, all that shit out. But I heard in the 37-disc special edition, they're going to put it back in. It's all back in. There was no 37 discs.
Okay, guys, everyone will be out in the lobby. You can talk to everybody and ask questions. Wait, one more thing. This is Patrick who produced the movie. He paid for the whole thing. These guys have a shit ton of money. They're looking for projects. So if you have a script, bring it.
Okay, wait. One thing I want to say is to the unsung heroes, the crew members here that fucking work all night, all day, and fucking killed it on this movie. You guys, I know I see a ton of your faces out here. I want to say thank you. We totally appreciate everything you guys did. Number 2 is Ben Wolf. R.I.P. Ben Wolf. He was an amazing guy. He passed away right after we shot the film. It was really tragic, but we captured him here, and it was an amazing thing. Third thing is there's an after party at Ripley's, believe it or not. If you have a wristband, please come. And if you don't have a wristband, we'll try and get you hooked up. And thank you all for coming. And
thank you, Screencast. Seriously. Thanks for yourself. Making it up to you, Rob. I promise I won't leave you alone. Okay. Cool, let's go home.